All right, we have head UTSA women's basketball coach Karen Aston's weekly media availability the week of January 19th, 2026. Roadrunners split last week, a Florida road swing falling to South Florida before besting Florida Atlantic. This week, they'll take on East Carolina in the Convo on Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. That's the salute to hometown heroes. And they'll hit the road again, playing Memphis on Saturday at 2 p.m. Central. Coach, if you could start us off with an opening statement, and then we'll open it up to questions.
Yeah, we're happy to be back in San Antonio for sure. Excited to play tomorrow night against ECU. Again, always excited to be back at home. I think, school starts tomorrow, MLK Day today, so a lot to be thankful for. I'm not sure the players are thankful about starting school, but I think it's good to get them back in a routine after, a long month of travel and no class and all of that. So looking forward to getting a little bit more of a routine-oriented day. And I think just reflection on the week was a good one. I mean, you always learn from any experience that you have, and we got punched. Excuse me, we got punched pretty good in Tampa, and then I thought our team responded really well against FAU, and we'll just keep moving forward, one game at a time.
John?
Coach, you mentioned the start of school with students back. How excited are you to have the student body at your games, and what difference do they make for your team?
Oh, I think they make a huge difference, and I will say up front, the band makes a huge difference, and I think not having them at our conference games so far has been it makes for a quiet gym sometimes, and I'm looking forward. They're part of the student body, obviously, and an important part of the game experience, in my opinion, in the American, and I'm happy to have them back, along with the student body. I mean, obviously, tomorrow we're honoring, a different group, but you definitely want to get the students involved. We've got free pizza, and it just makes a world of difference to have them back. And I will say our practice players are back, too, and that makes a big difference, especially for this team that's low on numbers.
Still progress to be made, but, Amelia's kind of been forced into maybe more minutes than she might have otherwise played, and there seems to have been a lot of development in her from the first time I watched her play. What have you seen from her?
Oh, it's incredible. Her development, her desire to be coachable and be better every day has been a joy to watch. Cam's done a great job getting in the gym extra with her, but that really started last spring. It started once she was able to push sort of the reset button after the season and go, okay, this is what I learned as a freshman, even though she didn't play. I think she learned a ton about the pace of the game and the physicality and all of that, and she just got in the gym. She had a little bit of a setback with an injury this summer that I do think set her back to where she wasn't as ready as she could have been based on her work. But it's been fun to watch her develop and gain confidence. It's been fun to watch her, really, to be honest with you, be rewarded for the work that she does on a daily basis.
I know defense has always been a staple for you and really important, but with, the adversity your team's faced this year, you guys are leading the conference in scoring defense and field goal percentage defense. How pleased have you been with your team's defensive performances this season?
I think there's been some really good ones. Our group has, I don't want to say surprised me at their ability to defend, because we do have a little bit of a different set of personnel than we did last year. We're a little longer on the perimeter. We can do some different things, switch screens sometimes when we weren't able to last year, but I do think that they're bought in. I mean, there's no question that they want to defend. I think at times we're really good, and there's been times that we haven't been near as good as I think we can be. But again, depth plays into that. I would love to press more, but we're just not able to do that right now. Hopefully, if we got Sienna back, that maybe we can start adding in a little bit of some full court pressure that I think our kids love to do. We haven't had the numbers to do it.
Even though FAU may not be one of the top teams in the conference standings, how much did it help for confidence, that your team was able to really get a pretty resounding win on the road against them?
Well, I think any win gives you confidence, and I think that's the thing I was so pleased with and impressed with our performance was they were playing with a lot of confidence. They had 2 straight wins. They're up in the top half in scoring, and I just thought that we were really ready to play. We did some things that we had not been able to do defensively in games in the past. I thought we learned from some of our mistakes in the South Florida game, and I was just extremely pleased with how we defended.
Tomorrow night, the game will recognize hometown heroes, first responders, police, all the hometown heroes of San Antonio. Why is it important that we recognize those groups at your games?
Well, they take care of us. They're protectors for us. They give their service and they give their time. It's sort of like our profession also. Like you don't have days off. And you spend time away from your family. You're up in the middle of the night sometimes serving for others, and I can't say enough about how much we appreciate the work that they do, and we all understand that it's a necessity of life and that we can't really function without them. And I'm happy that we're able to take the time to honor them. We're going to wear blue jerseys tomorrow in their honor, and we just appreciate everything that they do for our community.
Even though this team may not look like what you maybe thought it would, it's really enjoyable product for the fans to watch. How much have you enjoyed, as much as you can, watching this team play?
Oh yeah, I've had a blast with this team. I mean, they're very resilient. I've said that from the very beginning. They are able to bounce back. No matter what happens. We've had numerous setbacks as far as injuries are concerned. We had illness a couple of weeks ago. We've had, kind of the ups and downs that a lot of people go through, and some respond well and some don't. But this team has been extremely resilient, even to the point that, you lose a game. And we talked about after the South Florida loss, like, let's don't let one loss turn into 2. And it wasn't the most pleasant conversation after the game, especially the next day, and like kind of looking in the mirror at what we needed to do better. But their response was fantastic. And as a coach, like, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for players to learn life lessons along with basketball lessons. And I think we talked about that a lot. Like, everything's not going to go your way, and it gets tough sometimes. And how do you respond to that?
Last question from me. East Carolina is a team that's challenged you guys the past few years. What are you looking to see from them tomorrow night, and how do you feel like they'll challenge your team?
Well, they're the leading scoring team in the conference, so start right there. They have a plethora of people that can score the basketball. They have a tremendous point guard. Kim does a great job. This team looks like and again, I can't speak for her by any means, but they look like they have really good chemistry, and they look like they're having fun playing the game. So you have to start with that. I mean, we're going to have to be really, really good on our home court. We're going to have a sense of urgency with how we play. But it's not going to be easy by any means. They turn you over, and they score the ball really well. So they're one of the better teams, in my opinion, in the conference, regardless of what they were chosen.
That's it for me, Ryan.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Thank y'all.